What is good, Straw Hat Crew, and welcome back to another video. You already know, it's a banger. But without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, and for today we got huge NLE Choppa drama. You know what I'm saying? By Potrick. You feel me? Appreciate you for the video, Potrick. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it.
NLE Choppa and Jonathan Majors is currently beefing. This is like the most unexpected beef I think I've ever witnessed on the internet. And
Isn't Jonathan Majors the actor? Or am I tripping, y'all? I think he's the actor.
Pretty one-sided, to be honest. But why they're beefing and what they're beefing over is even more unexpected. So NLE Choppa, Jonathan Majors, Kirk Franklin, Ray J, Kev on Stage, and others did a podcast together. And during this podcast, they discussed a lot of things. Now, NLE Choppa was the youngest person in the room. I think everybody there was 40 plus years old. NLE Choppa, I believe, is like 23 years old, 22 years old. And from the comment section, people felt like NLE Choppa wasn't willing to listen to certain things. He was talking as if he was an authority in that room when he should have been listening and kind of taking in the advice. Ray J called him out on it at some point during that podcast as well.
I mean, that is kind of true. Like, when you're listening to old niggas, it just depends, bro. Because there's some old niggas that are super wise. Like, you got to hang on every word because they be spitting straight knowledge. You feel me? They be spitting straight facts. Real life advice. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's some old niggas that they just talking about some bullshit, bro. Like, you just gotta be, you gotta be like, Unc, watch out, man. Watch out. Unc, you're drunk. You're in my ear drunk. Watch out, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Watch out, bro. Talking about some bullshit. Talking about some shit that's not true, man. They kill me with that. They kill me with that shit.
NLE is my, and he's smart. And he's his own. You carved out your own way, so you understand.
I would see that.
You understand by being your own boss. So nobody can really tell you nothing.
No, that's not true.
No.
Ray,
Let me just finish. Let me finish.
That's not true. That nobody
No, you're
can
right.
tell me.
No, you listen. No, you listen
Because I'm
too.
listening.
No, you listen too. No.
it's not.
You listen too. But what I'm saying is, you're like, think about it. And I know your mom. I know you. Like, you manifested where you are right
Yes,
now.
sir.
So you understand that.
The grace of God.
Cool. That's what you feel.
I really don't like hearing manifesting and the grace of God together like that, but I'm gonna let it slide.
That's what I know.
Got it. Now, do you feel like you're at that experience level to where you can tell these and give these some advice?
Do I?
Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you can give Jonathan Major some advice?
Do I feel I'm at that level?
Yeah, not successful.
No,
that's a good question. I'm talking about experience.
Knowledge-wise, right?
Yeah, do you feel like that?
I can only give what man is willing to receive.
That doesn't make any.
Bro, NLE, you gotta stop sometimes. Like, I understand what you trying to, you like, the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in your, like, Zen state or whatever, but what does that even mean, NLE? What does that even mean? I can only give what man can receive. Well, duh, NLE, well, duh, man. Clearly, you can't give something you can't give something to somebody that they don't want to give. Clearly. But do you think you have the capabilities to do it? Yes or no? You're making the question weird. You're making it more difficult than it has to be, NLE. Yes or no, nigga? Do you think you have the mental capabilities to tell Jonathan Major something about life or about success where you're at right now? Yes or no? Hey, man, all I can say is I can only give man what he wants to receive. What the fuck does that even mean?
But
Yes, it
that
does.
doesn't answer the
Break
question.
it down.
Do you feel like your experience? Do you feel like your experience in the world that
Yes.
you can give Jonathan some advice?
If he's willing to receive.
That's way out. I need to smoke a cigarette.
Technically, anybody can give anyone some advice, okay?
Right,
And
like it's not like it like there's definitely maybe something in, especially when it comes to like, if Jonathan Majors asked something about like some technology or some memes or some clipping shit or shit that has to do with like some shit that's kind of like in our area of expertise, then yeah, he could definitely get some advice. But like, I don't know. It's just the way NLE went about it. It's just
9-year-old can give me advice, vice versa, right? There's something to learn out of any and everything. But we're not talking about the technical definition here. No, we're talking about being in a room with older men with experience, and they're discussing certain things that come with age. And NLE Choppa is inserting himself. I remember specifically, even before Ray J kind of said this, Kev on stage was chiming in and trying to give NLE Choppa some advice. Like, Kev on stage was pretty much bringing up the Labubu, pretty much saying, hey, the Labubu is the new toy fad. However, I lived long enough to where I've been able to experience other fads. I've been able to experience the Pokemon fad and other fads like the Tamahichi. I don't know what that is because I'm not that old. But he says, my daughter sees this Labubu and she thinks this is a unique experience, when I've gotten a chance to not only experience the Labubu, but I've experienced other fads. And I know that within like a couple years, there's going to be something new and something else, opposed to my...
we've all experienced fads, man. We've had fads. We've had a couple fads now that we've grown up. Y'all remember the fidget spinners? You know what I'm saying? Niggas was loving the fidget spinners. Niggas was going crazy. And girls was collecting slime like it was Pokemons. They had like 5 different types of slime. They'd be like, yeah, I got my crunchy slime, my smooth slime, my fluffy slime. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you got all the slimes. You feel me? They was going crazy. We had a whole bunch of fads, bro. I don't know what he's talking about. We've lived through fads too. But I understand what he's saying, though. It's not like a unique experience. But, yeah.
Daughter who believes that this is going to be the biggest thing ever. And that's because I lived through the experience of witnessing several fads, including this one. Man, NLE Choppa was rushing this man. You could see as this man was trying to talk, actively NLE Choppa was trying to butt in, being impatient. Even at a point, NLE Choppa asks this grown man, what's the point, bro? Get to it, man. Finish up. I got something to say.
Line for 2 hours for a Labubu, and me and my wife and sister, and that's a difference. So Labubu's for her, it's the biggest thing in the world, and it's really just a stuffed animal.
Yes, sir.
So to her, this is the first time she's seeing it. It's on TV, it's on the news. At 42, I realized Labubu ain't nothing but Pokemon cards,
Yes, sir.
Beanie Babies,
Okay.
Tickle Me Elmo,
Okay.
Cabbage Patch Kids. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that.
Pet Rocks, Game Boys,
Hold on,
whatever.
what's the point?
I'm
What's the point?
I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point. The point is,
He was moving as if Kev on stage had nothing valuable to say, and he had all the knowledge. You feel me? But he's only 22 years old. That's essentially what Ray J was trying to say. It wasn't technically about, do you believe you could give advice? Because anybody can give advice. It's NLE Choppa unwillingness to really listen. He was speaking as the authority. I remember one specific instance where NLE and Jonathan Major kind of had a viral moment. Jonathan did come across as a tad bit snarky, but they was talking about the Bible. NLE Choppa was telling a room full of like Christian men, including like Kirk Franklin, who's like a preacher, I believe, or a minister. He was teaching to them about the Bible. And he would tell them, man, I read the Bible, and Jesus is our brother. He's not our Lord and personal Savior. So we got to start treating...
Is this nigga serious?
See, that's what I'm telling y'all. I knew something was off as soon as he said manifesting in God's will. I was like, hold on, man. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. By God's, that doesn't even make sense, bro. You don't manifest what you want. It's got God's plan for you. You don't manifest what you want and then you get it, bro. That's not God. You be like, God, what do you want me to do? And then he tells you what to do and you do it. Simple as that. But besides that, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Jesus ain't the Lord and Savior.
Stupid bitch. You a stupid motherfucker.
For God gave his only begotten Son. Come on, man.
Jesus like our brother instead of treating him like God. Jonathan Majors stepped in and had a viral quote in response to NLE Choppa.
What we're dealing with a lot at this table is because we have had people make us feel bad.
You know why though? It's a thing where you have us here as people, you have God, and then this is what happened. We got to go through all these different things to get primarily the source. Primarily the source. You know what I have a problem with? One of the things I have a problem with, and it may be controversial. A lot of people may say this and may say that. I don't like, let me say it in a manner to where it's extremely intelligent.
Go ahead.
Let me think on it. In Christianity, it's a thing where people praise the Son more than they praise the Father.
The Son and the Father are the same. The Son and the Father are the same. The Father is 100% God. The Son is 100% human, 100% God. People praise the Son because the Son is the way to God. You can't get to God without the Son. It's not possible. It's not fucking possible.
And that's what I don't like.
Okay.
Because if we are man made in a likeness, Jesus is our brother. You get what I'm saying? Why would I drop down and praise my brother instead of praising my father? And that goes back to honoring your parents.
I just gotta say something.
Good.
Have you read the Bible?
I read the Bible, I listen to the Bible, I receive from source straight.
I would say read it again.
Yeah, that's a great point. I would say read it again as well. I would say look into that, like look specifically into that again. Read over the verses again. It'll be in the New Testament. You're looking for the New Testament. Read over that again.
Sir.
Let me ask you a question, Ray J. How has it been?
Jonathan Majors was dismissive. Kirk Franklin ain't even like respond to that, but he just moved on completely. He said, "All right, bro, right, enough of that." Now, again, like Kirk Franklin is a minister. Like Jonathan Major grew up in the church. Like his mother is a pastor, so they probably have a deeper understanding of Christianity than NLE Choppa, which I didn't even think was like a Christian. I thought NLE Choppa
I thought he was like a spiritualist or something, bro. Like he was spiritual and all that. You feel me?
was like some type of like super chakra, like Dr. Sebi, holistic type of dude. I didn't even know he was Christian, but apparently he is. Right now, I haven't read the Bible front and back. I don't know too much about the Bible, to be honest. 100%.
Neither have I. I haven't read it page to page yet, but I'm working on it. You feel me? But I'll tell you one thing. For sure. Jesus is our brother, our father. Any type of love you can think of, God and Jesus are. Husband, wife, mom, dad, brother, sister. Like any type of love you can think of, Jesus and God is. They're actually greater than any amount of love that we could ever even have on earth. If you want to get technical about it. It's greater than any title that's even on earth.
I don't know. But I do know there is a discussion among Christians. There is a debate, right, where some Christians do believe that Jesus Christ is God, right, because he's part of the Holy Trinity, right? Like Jesus is God and God is Jesus. While some believe that Jesus is the Son of God and he's not God specifically, right? I do know there was an entire council about this. I think it was like the Nicene Council, where like they actually like debated and put this on record that Jesus is God or Jesus is a part of the Trinity, which makes Jesus God as well, right? Because they are one. and they can't be separated. At least from my little and limited understanding of the Bible, that's what I believe it says.
I don't know what's so hard about that to understand. God is 100% God, the Father. Jesus is 100% human, 100% God. So basically, Jesus is essentially God sent down in human form called the Son. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. Please don't attack me. If that's not what it says, put it in the comment section and tell me, like, what did your church teach you? Is Jesus God? Is God Jesus? Let me know, okay? But NLE Choppa felt really dismissed and felt like he was being attacked by Jonathan Majors the entire podcast. So afterwards, NLE Choppa did an interview with TMZ where he called out Jonathan Majors. Now, he called him out for some other things that raised a lot of eyebrows, because a lot of people felt like, yeah, this is unusual, right? You don't call somebody out for this.
You recently kind of did a sit down with Kirk Franklin and Jonathan Majors was there.
Yeah.
And you guys were discussing Jesus, and you made a comment about, people can read about it, but you made a comment, Majors clapped back basically like, yo, maybe you need to read your Bible more, because he didn't like the way that you interpreted it, I suppose, about Jesus being someone, like, he was saying, like, you were saying you don't pray to your brother. What were you trying to say?
I was saying you should appreciate your brother and honor your brother, but Jesus and God should not be on the same plane. It's a thing that people say, well, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is on.
NLE, there's no way to get to God without going through the Son. No way. It's over with. If you try to die, and then you're like, I don't need the Son. I'm good enough by myself. My sins are, you know what I'm saying? When you go for judgment, it's cookies. But if you had the Son with you, yay! You feel me? Go ahead and come in.
Are one. That's true. That can be one, but that doesn't mean that they're on the same plane. So that's why you have a father. That's why you have a son. That's why you have children. So we're children of the Most High God. So we will never be on the same plane as God. I think the way I probably pronounced it probably created a little bit of misconfusion, but I mean, any person that really breaks down scriptures and breaks down God will understand that God sits here. There's nobody that sits on that throne with him or share the same vicinity.
Do you feel like there's an issue with Majors now, or are you good with Majors?
I feel like it's not an issue with Majors. I never had one. I do feel like it was tension going into the interview on his behalf, because I've publicly said things, complimented Megan Good about how he looks and stuff.
Oh, that's what it was about.
So like during the interview, it was like certain moments to where like I just felt like he kept trying to use the Megan thing to, like, you know how people are as kids.
NLE, come on, bro. Grown ass man. Talking about some, yeah, I mean, I said his girl looked good, so I'm assuming that made him a little bit mad. And then he came in here, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to talk all that rah-rah and da-da and smah and shit. But that's what I'm saying. I just said making good look good, and then he started tricking out. So that's what I figured at least. Come on, NLE. Be for real. Grown ass man.
People wave stuff in your face like, hey, I got this, you ain't got that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that, bro. It was like, you know, I respect whatever, you know, union y'all have. But it was like he kept, during the interview, it was moments where it just felt forced and it felt unnatural with how he was bringing her into the equation. And even like he brought her into the equation and said, you know, no disrespect to the young brother, as he looked off and like waved me off twice.
I actually remember that moment because I watched this entire podcast. And NLE Choppa is expressing that he felt like a man brought up his wife to rub it into his face that he has.
Yeah, like, what? I'm talking about my wife to rub it into your face that I have my wife.
Megan Good and NLE Choppa don't. First off, okay, that's that man's wife. He could bring her up whenever he wants to bring her up, okay? If you guys don't know the lore, NLE Choppa was on Jason Lee's podcast, and NLE Choppa expressed to Megan Good that he had a crush on her and he wants to take her out. You know, she kind of, I believe, like hung up the phone or acted like she didn't hear it, and NLE Choppa kind of felt embarrassed.
Not hanging. Hey, hanging up the. Yeah, I'm like not gonna lie to you, Megan Good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you looking good and shit. Like, I'm trying to take you out. Yeah, I'm done.
I guess that's the lore, right? He always wanted Megan Good.
Hey, man.
That was like his crush, but he never could get her because Megan Good, you know, paid him dust. So he felt like Jonathan Majors celebrating his wife, Megan Good, in front of him was Jonathan Majors throwing it in his face that he.
Nah, NLE, that's just you and your feelings, bro. You just so hurt about not getting Megan Good. You like, damn. Hey, he gotta be thrown into my face because I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling that. So he gotta be thrown into my face. That's a bet. That's a bet. You feel me? Like, you gotta let it go, bro. Just let it go, dude. Be like the waves, dude. Let it go, dude.
He had Megan Good and he don't. And the moment that he's referring to is when Jonathan Majors and NLE Choppa was going back and forth and arguing about, can you get out of that dark place alone, right? And where NLE Choppa says that, that you need other people to pull you out of that dark space, right? You need exterior motivation to get out of that dark place. Like Jonathan Majors says,
man, if y'all are in a dark place, this is for everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that's watching right now. If y'all are in a dark place, you don't got no one to talk to, you can hit me up. I'll talk to you, gang. But if I don't answer, just give me a second. I'll answer eventually, all right? But until the meantime, talk to God, man, for real. Get right with the Lord, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to force this down y'all's throat or anything, but like, y'all, I just want my people to be right with the Lord because I'm trying to see y'all in the gates, man. I'm trying to see y'all up there, man. You feel me? So just get right with the Lord, y'all.
No, nobody can save you when you're in that dark place. And you need to find it within. Like, you need to find your like motivation to live within yourself. Even my wife couldn't save me. And she did enough for me. It was that moment where NLE Choppa felt like, oh, Jonathan Majors brought up his wife in an unnatural.
If that's an unnatural way to bring your wife up, there's not a natural way. There's not a natural way to bring. If Jonathan Majors saying, yo, no, yeah, I don't think so because I think you have to have the self strength to pull yourself up because even my wife couldn't get me out of it, and you know what I'm saying. And she was always there for me, doing everything she wanted to do, everything I needed her to do, and things like that. And he probably went to a different segue. So if he thinks that is an unorthodox way to bring your wife up in a conversation, there's not a right way to do it, bro. I mean, I don't know what else he could have said.
Natural way. So hence he must be throwing it in my face that he has my childhood crush.
Both of y'all brothers shared, you shared what you almost did and you did not. I'm curious what brought you out of that. Like, how did you, what was your thought process to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to live. You know what I mean? Like, how did you, because I imagine those things don't just magically go away, and that thought might be in the back of your mind. Like, how do you process, how do you pull out of that?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kev. I think for me, NLE and I was talking about it earlier, right? He was talking about how his daughter, right, your daughter, right, has given him a reason to live.
I mean, listen, guys. There's a lot going on right now at this table. I got a lot going through my head right now.
Give us some.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because I mean, yeah, like I found my wife in my lowest moment of all time. You know what I mean? I found my wife, and that.
He looked over there because you brought up your daughter. The conversation started between had you brought into it, NLE. So he looked at you because you were also brought into the conversation with your daughter. You feel what I'm saying?
It's awesome. Like,
she's an amazing woman.
She is an amazing. That's what we do at the house when we start feeling good about being married. You just yeah.
Maybe slightly.
So I found my soulmate. You know, I found my queen. You know, in that moment, we found each other rather. I'm just gonna move through it really quick, but I got something to say, right? So it's like this. So in that space, like I hear you, young brother. Like I hear you. You know what I mean? I really do. And I hear you too, Kev. But in that dark space, like nothing, sorry, like bad news, Kurt. Like nothing's getting you out. Nothing's getting you. Like, and I don't want to talk about that. Oh, my babies. Oh, my career. Oh, my life. Oh, my. No, that's horseshit. That's horseshit. If you had something to hold on to, you wouldn't be in that space.
Wow.
You know what I mean? My baby girl wasn't gonna get me out. My mama told me I can't get you out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Megan couldn't get me out.
And your mama preacher.
My mama preacher.
And your mama
You know what I mean? Like,
preacher.
I don't want to talk about that. Like we can talk about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like let's cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, out of the dark place, right? Like.
I disagree. I disagree.
Well, respect, young brother.
The road leads back to two. No man, no woman, no kid, no pet can, but God can. The road leads back to two. And my thing, but my thing is though, my thing is this: if we understand and connect, man, listen. I just sat down for 3 to 4 months. I took a break. I could have made $4, $5, $6, $10 million. I left it all on a plate to sit down because something in my spirit wasn't right.
I didn't read that as Jonathan Majors throwing his wife in NLE Choppa's face. I read that personally
maybe a little bit.
as Jonathan Majors trying to give NLE Choppa some game, like for real, for real.
Cause he hit that, yeah, and we get so happy to be married, we're just hitting that all the time because we're so happy to be married. But besides that, so maybe a little bit, cause I don't, cause he was looking dead at that nigga when he said it.
You know, and it's just different perspective. Nobody has the answer to life, bro. Everybody deal with things differently. If you need that exterior motivation to get you out that dark place, that's what you need. If you don't need it, I think Jonathan Majors was trying to OG NLE Choppa, but NLE Choppa, like, seeing Jonathan Majors giving credit to his wife for holding him down or shouting out his wife as a diss towards him. And to me, it's kind of like, bro, you can't do that, man. That's I understand you have a crush on Megan Good, but that's that man's wife. He could shout her out if he wants to, bro.
Right, you can't say anything about it, even if he is pressing you, trying to make you seem like, yeah, I know you trying to shoot at my girl, but she my girl. And you just gotta take it on the chin because at the end of the day, it's his girl, nigga. Like, like what?
Without you feeling attacked, but NLE Choppa felt like that particular moment, what you just heard was an attack on him, and he felt like what Jonathan Majors did was wrong.
Right. And then he looked up at the guy in front of him and made eye contact with him and said, and you know, no, to you as well, Kev, but you did not look at me. You made no eye contact. You brushed me off and then proceeded to disrespect me. You feel me? So it was like, I just knew what was really going on behind the scenes. I knew that was something that he was pressed about.
When you're on a platform like Kirk Franklin, you kind of go into it thinking like, hey, we're about to talk about spirituality
and that's the thing
and like
too.
Keep it positive.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing too. As I'm going into this meeting, I'm sitting down at this table. It's just I felt certain things were just like wasn't of reflection what I feel like Kirk stand for, and I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to Kirk, I know he's just trying to do his thing, and I know he's, you know, he was trying to mediate everything, but I do feel like, you know, even the lineup was just kind of like, you know, it was just kind of weird to me.
What's your message to people that, you know, look to you to hear a good word?
I mean, the main message that I was trying to, you know, even leave at that table was just seek God. Seek Him as much as you can, and seeking Him does not always have to start in the church. It doesn't have to start with a Bible.
I agree with that message.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'm about to say, I agree with that. I don't agree with him saying that the son ain't connected to the father, though. That's a never, ever, I'll never take that take. But I agree with that you need to get right. Y'all know that.
Seek out your own relationship with God. If you don't believe in God, that's your right. I'm not pushing on you, but if you do believe in God and you feel like you're not as close in your faith as you should be, seek out the relationship with him privately. Seek it out. I'm telling you, man. Any problem you have, any type of difficulty, any type of issues you're having, I can almost guarantee you, man.
Preach.
He's the solution.
Yes, he
I
is.
was broke, homeless in 2019, down bad, ain't have a cent to my name.
I ain't got shit. And I still love God with everything I had. I could not have shit on right now. I could be homeless, y'all, right now. No bullshit. Like, it's some real shit. Homeless right fucking now. And maybe I might get a little mad. I'm a human. I think I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna get a little mad. But I'll tell you one thing, I'll never curse him. I'll never say, God, why'd you do this? I'll never say, how could you? I can't believe you would do this to me. I'm done. I'll never say that, though. Will I get a little mad? Absolutely, I'm human, bro. I lost everything, I'm human. But I'll never do that, though.
Ain't have a car, bro. You ever been homeless without a car? It's not fun. At all. Now look where I'm at. And
living.
And that's because I exalted him.
Living nice, man. Hey, man. Prayers up, man. I'm glad you changed your situation around, man. That's fucking amazing for you. Prayers up, man. Prayers up.
I had nothing. I exalt him when I have everything. And I would exalt him if I ever lose everything. I'm not afraid to exalt that man in public and in private. And if you're somebody who believe in that man, I'm telling you, man, he's going to give you everything you ever asked for. Even now, when I pray to God, I don't ask God for more wealth or more money or more material things. No, I ask him to strengthen my character.
Yes.
I ask him to make me wiser.
Yes, give me vision. Let me see. Give me discernment. Yes, Lord. Yeah, okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Right? And again, I might fall short at times.
Of course.
Right? I might resort back into certain things that I shouldn't at times, but right now, bro, like the only thing that I'm trying to do is to just carry out his will, right? Like, which is why,
That's
yo,
all
like
I'm trying to do, man.
A lot of y'all, bro, trust me, I see the messages. Flacco, this YouTuber said this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not engaging. Like, I don't engage with meaningless drama at this point with other people. I don't beef. I don't have ops. No, bro, like, I'm trying to serve him and exalt him and carry out his will. And if I fall short, I fall short at times, you know? But yeah, bro, like I left all the nonsense, all the back and forth beefing with other content creators, bro, that's beyond me. Like, I'm not engaging in that, right?
Good work.
I'm trying to push forward and carry out his will, okay? And if you do too, I'm telling you, man, right, you're going to get everything you're asking for.
Amen.
Right? Now, if you enjoyed this video, click on this video right here to find out how this woman tried to ruin this innocent man's life.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. We might have to check that out. But let me go ahead and subscribe up, man. Let me go ahead and subscribe. Great fucking video. Great fucking video. With that being said, though, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got